Hi everybody, it's Veroosh. Welcome to my channel. This is a reading of what is coming towards you, love coming towards you in the next 6 months. I'm doing this reading with you guys today because we have a special transit that I want to show you. It's in the sign of Leo, but this reading is on all signs. And we have the moon with Venus and Mars together. And this happens very rarely because you have to have a conjunction between Venus and Mars, which is exact today. And then actually tomorrow, sorry, but it's pretty darn close. It's approaching, which is always the stronger part of the aspect. And then the moon has just transited over Venus and Mars, and now they're in a stellium. So I thought it would be a nice time for us to do this reading. I wasn't planning on doing a reading, but the theme of this conjunction, how about I explain that part first, is what's in your heart, right? And so the channel is obviously in my heart. I love you guys and I love doing this. And so this morning my plans changed a little bit. There was a shakeup that I'll explain in a minute. So I thought, oh, okay, so what do I love? I love the channel, so let me put something out. Before we get into that, I want to kind of clarify something because there's been a lot of questions. And I don't mean to like point fingers at anyone or, you know, cause any controversy. But there's been an increasing number of people saying, watch for your rising, watch for your rising. And, you know, if that's what you want to do, by all means do that. However, a chart like this can be drawn for your sun, moon, rising, even Pluto. So you can draw a full chart that looks just like this for every aspect. So you can put the sun in the first house and have this be a Cancer rising chart and so forth. So you literally can watch the astrology sections for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars. They are applicable in Western astrology. I wouldn't go from sidereal to Western for astrology because right now we're in Gemini season. In sidereal astrology, for example, the sun is at the end of Gemini. So I wouldn't play with that transition, but if you want to watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, it's all applicable. You're watching for that frequency. So if you're watching for Venus, for ladies, you're watching for the divine feminine, your energy of love. If you're watching for the moon, introspection, emotion, soul, mental, if you're looking at it through the Vedic system. So it's all applicable. So I keep on repeating that through the individual zodiac signs because that's when it comes up. So I just wanted to mention it here today for everybody, okay? The second idea that I want to propose, and this is how I actually watch videos, when there's a certain transit like this, because today's transit is special. It's the conjunction between Venus, Mars, and the moon. Like I said, doesn't happen often. I didn't check last time that it happened, but it could be 20 years, it could be more. This conjunction is rare, and it's special that the moon is in aspect almost at the same time as Venus and Mars join. If you're watching on a certain transit, if you watch my channel or somebody else's work and they say, oh, it's the conjunction in Leo, I encourage you to watch videos for Leo regardless of what your sign is. Not on my channel, I mean on any channel. And when we have certain transits, so for example, we're in Cancer season right now. Why don't you try watching Cancer videos regardless of what your sign is? That's the frequency that is going to be highlighted the most. And so therefore, if you watch for those transits, and you can pick and choose, be easy with it. You might be very happily surprised with the information that you get and with the insights you get. So for example, if you watch a bunch of Leo videos right now, you might get downloads and information about love. And this is a huge transit, so I really encourage that today. Which brings me to my next point. So today's kerfuffle, the mix-up, I published the Gemini video this morning, and it was for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the weekly. If you guys have noticed, I'm putting out weeklies this week only because it's such a special sequence of transits. So if you, Geminis, your video did not go out with notifications. So that means that video did not get seen. And so if you have Gemini placements, watch the Gemini video. It's available in the description. And at the end, once I'm done filming, I'll put it up in the cards for you guys to see. And this is kind of the reason why I'm here today, because that video, I'm actually doing the weekly because mostly of the Gemini frequency, because the North Node, true North Node, is with Aldebaran. I see this as, you guys have heard me talk about it for 2 months. So I think it's very important. And likewise, carry over my last comment about the watching for the transits. I think everybody should be watching the Gemini readings, not just on my channel. In general right now, if you want clarity and focus in the direction you're going, watch Gemini videos and you can tell me how you like it. I personally do that. So if there's like a nice Cancer new moon we just had, I was watching Cancer videos, you know, and that really completes your chart and gets you attached to the transits that are happening. Okay, so just a final comment, if you didn't know, I'm publishing weeklies this week, and so you'll have individual weeklies because there's 3 major sequences that are happening that I already explained, but I didn't explain them by sign, and then I realized more emphasis is needed. This is probably one of the bigger transits of the year, so, and it's a really good one about starting new directions and all of this stuff. So I hope you like it. And I also brought out my first deck that I ever made. So I hope you guys are excited about this today, because we have the conjunction between Venus, Mars, and the moon. It's all about love. So let's see what kind of love is coming towards you in the next 6 months. I have 4 sign dice here. I've been hearing you guys like this, using the dice. So we'll see what kind of signs to look out for. And then I thought I would use this as well, which gives us kind of an orientation as to which direction love's coming at us from. So I'll use that for each sign. And I'm using cards today to keep order, so whoever's watching doesn't really need to follow along. You guys can all follow along on your own. Okay, so thanks for hearing me out. I hope this is good ideas for you and good suggestions, and and let me know in the comments if you have your own perspectives, or if you watch videos in your own way. If you have your own system, you can tell us in the comments down below and we can talk about it. Okay, so we start off first with Pisces. Pisces, your videos are coming up soon for the weekly. Sorry guys, I always forget to mention something. Another reason why I'm doing a video right now is because I can't publish all the videos today. And so this means that I have to wait till they clear. I have to wait till they're processed and take it one step at a time. And so that means that some signs will be published on the 15th and not today. So I want everyone to be enjoying the Venus, Moon, and Mars, Leo energy and know what's going on together. So I'm usually doing random order with regard to the readings, but this week, because your placement matters, like Gemini's more important, Leo's more important this week, the transits for these signs are more important than for the other ones. It's not that you're less important, it's just that the effect of these transits will be lesser on certain signs like Taurus, for example. So you'll be towards the end of the week, but I hope you still check it out, and it's still going to provide you insight, and so it's more curated to your frequency. Okay, so let's start with Pisces. I love starting with Pisces, is a good omen, isn't it? So let's see what kind of love is coming into your life over the next 6 months. King of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and 3 of Cups. There could be like a separation that's been going on between you and someone else. If there's a separation between you and someone else, there could be a reunion. I could sense that somebody is almost about to leave, about to go, and they turn right back around again. I feel as though very powerful conversations. there could be a conversation between two people that will make someone change their mind about love. Then we have the Three of Wands. Somebody's been waiting for a Five of Wands. Somebody has been really waiting for a solution to something in their mind, a problem that they have been living with. And then the Ten of Wands. So whoever you're dealing with, Pisces, they have a lot on their shoulders. They live not an easy life, or the problems that they are dealing with are heavy on them. They're hard to deal with. And so they're waiting for someone. So this is a message for you, that they're waiting for somebody to come along and help them out, to help them make that connection. I think that the problems that they're facing are sort of too hard to face on their own, and so they always put that energy off. They put it off, put it off, put it off. So it's going to be a complicated conversation to try to convince them to come around, to, you know, to open up, but they really want to. So there's this energy of coming and going. It reminds me of Virgo, the King of Pentacles. Virgo men have a habit of coming and going. They're always sort of there, but they do have their own kind of ways of coming around and going. This does not have to be an earth sign, but it could be. But definitely this person that you're dealing with has like this somebody is about to leave and then come back around for a reunion. They're struggling with their internal demons, dare I say, about life, or internal struggles about, you know, weariness, and there's something that it's hard for them to face. Okay, so let's see what signs we're talking about here. We have Cancer. Okay, and then Capricorn. So these are the signs that might be meaningful for you over the next 6-month period. And then we have the Libra, and then we have the Taurus. Okay. And then let's see what area of your life this could be happening in. So we have in the 9th house. So if you're in school, this could be happening around school. This can also mean that if you're traveling, there could be distance involved in this situation. Somebody really needs to confront something here. We have this Five of Wands here, so somebody's really struggling to confront an issue. But I think that's what they want. They just need to come to terms with the fact that they want the things they want. Okay, and I think that they're very wary of what's like standing above them. Okay, next message we have for Gemini. Hi, Geminis. So again, just to remind you guys, your weekly will be here in the corner. I published it today, but it didn't go to notification. So if you want to find out what's going on for your sign, it's right there. And everybody who's watching should be watching, because the North Node is with Aldebaran in Gemini. The true North Node gives you clarity and perspective on which direction you need to go. So maybe there's messages for others there as well. Okay, so your message is the Oracle Mystic. In my deck, this is the High Priestess. And then we have the Seven of Cups. This is Venus in Scorpio. And then we have the Star. Ooh, soulmate. Look at this, Gemini. This is also the card of Aquarius. Something seems as though it's a big burden. Something feels as though it's a big, it's a stretch that it could happen, but there's a great desire for love to happen. And I feel like somebody feels like it's almost too good to be true, or it's out of their reach. But I think things that are out of your reach will become a reality from this week's reading, which is to do with the next 6 months in a way. There's this energy of letting go of false friends for Geminis, right? And maybe other people who watch this too. But there's this energy of letting go of false friends and stepping into your frequency. And what happens when we let go of false friends and alliances and so forth, our energy becomes brighter than ever. So I think you're getting some of that, Gemini. Then we have the Devil, Mr. Devil Biese. So this is by a Polish painter. No, this isn't a Biese. This is something else. This is it's not exactly the devil, but it's a type of devil. And so this is my cards. I don't know if you watched the beginning, but we have the devil, evil thing, half cat, half person, giving the little boy a piece of money. So tempting the little innocent boy before he knows what he's tempted with. I really like this message for the devil. It gives me shivers. So be careful of that kind of stuff in general, not in this reading. Prince of Discs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, secondary transits in Earth as well. And we have the Tower. Okay. Let's see. This is a pretty powerful message. Give me a sec to get connected with this frequency. You know, the Tower can represent love at first sight. So this can mean, the Tower can mean two people really connecting. I feel it as though against many, maybe not against all odds, but I feel like there's a real feeling that something's out of your reach. And so I think you're getting it. I think that in terms of relationship, be it friends or companions or something like that, I think that you might feel a lot of doubt towards someone, towards a situation, but there's going to be very fated events that bring you two together. And I think that, if it's within a relationship, I think things are confusing at this time between you and your partner, but I think that things are going to drastically change and something new is beginning within the relationship as well. So it's a bit of a lot of doubt at first, but then clarity seeping in, and good luck in terms of timing. The signs that might be relevant for you at this time are Leo, and then Pisces. Pisces again, so two fish. And then we have Gemini. So that's you. So other Geminis might be important. And let's see what area of your life this might be very relevant in. That came out as the third house. So this is someone who you may have known for a very long time. It could be someone down the street or someone very close to you. So look close to home for these people in these such situations. I feel as though, very much the main message is like you feel like something's out of your reach, but it's not. And I think you'll be surprised. And I think you have, like, Geminis, you know, you're cerebral, you're mental, not mental crazy, but I mean, like, you work with your mind, and so you have your reasons why you think a certain way, and I think you're going to be proven wrong, and that's a good thing. Okay, so next sign we have is Leo. Hi, Leos. So let's see what's going on for you guys. Your weekly reading is already up, okay? And I have all the love readings for the next 6 months by sign in the description. I forgot that one in the intro. Okay, so we have 7 of Cups for Leo, Venus in Scorpio. And then we have 6 of Swords. And then we have the Last Judgment, which is Pluto. Huge decision. It's a big decision between you and someone that you're in a relationship with. I think that there's final decisions. I think it's you're having an ultimatum moment with someone, Leo. It's a very like, you're coming with me or not. And if you're single, you're asking yourself these things. Am I going in this direction, or it's now or never? Prince of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries. Secondary transits in Earth. And then King of Wands, Sag. You're going to choose really well. So this is a Van Gogh. I really like this one. But anyway, so I think that you're going to choose to step into like the most, whatever is going on with you in your relationship. I think that you're currently still really, how do you say, like you don't have a strong position in terms of your love life. And I think whatever decision you're making, I think that you're choosing to take control over it. And whoever stays, stays, and whoever has to go, go. I think that maybe you're beginning something new with someone who could be much younger than you, and beginning a long journey in a new direction in that way. But I think that the way that things have been going, whether you're single or coupled, can't continue anymore. And I think that you're making some really, really big decision about which direction you're going. Okay, so signs that are very important to you at this time. Leo, we have Taurus. Taurus and Leo, pretty good combination. And then we have Sagittarius, Libra, and Gemini. Okay, so Libra and Gemini are most compatible with Leo, and Sag, of course. But Taurus is okay too, even though it's a fixed sign. What area of your life is this all happening in? It's in the 9th house, so it's really like, are we going somewhere together? The 9th house has a lot to do with faraway places. So are you going somewhere together? Are you changing things up? What's going on? I think that you're fed up with confusion and illusion in your life. You know, the not getting the full truth on things, not hearing the full story. And I think that it might mean that you're choosing a different direction at this time, Leo, with something that's much more like your frequency, much more upfront. We have the fire sign frequencies coming through really strong at the end. Okay, so thank you. I hope you enjoyed this and have a wonderful, this energy of Venus and Mars and the moon. I forgot to tell you, I mean, it's Leo. It's so powerful for you, right? The next 6 months are going to change your life. Let me show you guys, I'm not going to do this for everyone, but since it's Leo and it's their conjunction, you know, everything that starts off in the personality right now, the choices you make will transform into the types of relationships you have in the winter, which is in March when the second conjunction happens in your 7th house in Aquarius. So important stuff, right? The changes you make now will lead directly to the types of relationships you have in the 6 months. Okay, Cancer next. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to my channel. I just published your guys' video too for the weekly. And boy, oh boy, Cancer, your joy makes them jealous. It's a whole video about that. So let's see this energy. So this is your energy for the next 6 months. Love coming into your life. We have the Queen of Swords, separation, divorce. That's what's been happening up until now. 9 of Wands. Okay. A period of isolation because of, you know, a divorce or separation. And there could have been a lot of disappointment about how things have happened until now. So such things as, you know, not going out so much, staying away from like public spaces. And I don't mean the panorama. I mean, you know, just on a more emotional basis. You chose to be independent. And I think that you've chosen to be wary of other places while you figure out your emotions. And then we have the Star, okay, soulmate energy. And then we see, let's see, 8 of Swords. I think you're meant to really speak, if for couples especially, you're meant to really speak to your partner. Prince of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is a message for you, Cancer. You're supposed to tell your partner or a love interest exactly how you feel, even though you may feel as though there are roadblocks to you being together or working things out. That person will turn around and make a generous emotional offer towards you. So they will in some way, you know, hear you out. You need your period of rest, or you may have needed it until now to get your heart straight to figure things out. And you need to tell the other person how you feel. This is the big message. Tell the other person how you feel. I think that many of you doubt that the response will be as positive as it will be. And this person will come through with some type of emotional offer. So good for you, Cancer. Now let's take a look at your signs. These are the signs that are important for you in the next 6 months. We have the Capricorn energy. Then we have Aquarius. Then we have Scorpio twice. So Scorpio is emphasized. This is a huge week for Scorpios out there. And your video is coming out, Scorpios, later today. So Cancers, watch that if you're interested. But Scorpio placements are completing the Grand Water Trine this week, which means that an activation point between all the 3 water signs is being completed. But Cancer, for you, these signs are most important. Let's see what area of your life will be really focused on this area, the second house. Maybe there's a financial difference between you and the other person and you're wary that you're going to be not accepted. Or maybe you've gone through this. When I saw this Five of Cups, I was like, they're sad about like where a relationship left them financially. Like someone put you through a lot, Cancer, financially, and it's made you want to pull back because the consequences of bad actions of others make us wary to be open to others, you know, for fear of having our finances or our well-being jeopardized. Okay, so next sign, let's see. We have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hi, Capricorn. Your video is up for the weekly and for the love reading. Okay, so let's see your messages. First, we have the Eight of Wands, Napoleon. Okay, Mercury and Sag. Prince of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, secondary transits in Earth. The Tower. Ooh. If you're in a relationship, your partner was definitely, there's someone here who's trying something. They're being very brazen. They're being very intense. Maybe being, how do you say, like taking risks that are careless. And I think it's making you feel very wary. I think that especially like you could see your partner acting erratic, not anything dangerous or anything like that, but I feel like there's a partner who's taking chances and you, I think, want to get away from that frequency. I think that behavior is going to stop. They're going to have almost immediate feedback about their conduct. There's also a feeling that there could be someone who's approaching you, Capricorn, in a way that you don't feel comfortable with. So it's not wrong. It's not like it's I'm not predicting that something bad's going to happen to you, but it's definitely not welcome. And so I feel like, that's going to stop. So it's like an unwelcome approach, somebody's reaching out in an unwelcome way. Then we have the Moon, Pisces energy, Pisces frequency, and the Prince of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And we have the Three of Wands. I think you're going in a different direction. I think somebody else is going to become important for you over the next 6 months. They may be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. That's a general guide. But I think somebody else is coming in to take you in a different direction. So if you're casual with someone, I think that somebody else is coming in who's going to kind of take you out of the circumstances that you're currently interacting with. And I think a lot of it's going to happen to the effect that other people won't necessarily know about it. So in other words, you're going to be quietly, like you may meet somebody in private. And I don't mean something like, it's just going to be private. And then slowly you're going to find a new path in private with this person. I think somebody has been way too like intense with you. I think somebody has been way too too forward, or it's the wrong person. There's just some kind of disconnect. But the main thing is that it's an imposition. It feels like somebody is imposing their will and you're like, you just want to get away from it. And I think you will. Something will happen to that person, not bad, but they'll realize and it will stop the behavior. Like they'll have their moment of enlightenment. And during which time I think you may either meet someone else and go a different direction. Now, if it's with your partner, if you're a couple, this isn't saying a breakup, but I think that there's going to be a period in which you orient your interests in a different direction, because I think your partner is pissing you off. Sorry for the, but yeah, so I think that your partner might be putting undue pressure on you or acting erratic, buying something you don't approve of or making life decisions that you don't approve of. And you don't want to necessarily separate, but you want to get away from it. I sense the main energy is wanting to get away from it. Okay, so let's take a look at your signs to look out for. So we have Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leos are important for you in the next 6 months in love. And then Libras, remember, all the Sun, Moon, and Rising. And then we have Virgos. Interesting. Okay. Well, best wishes to you, Capricorn. I think that if you're feeling uncomfortable at this time, you're definitely going in a different direction. I sense for most of you that it's with someone else, and it can be platonic. So if you don't want to cheat or do something like that, this does not imply something unfair. But I think you're being taken away. It could be with a friend, you know, having a different interest, going in a different direction, removing yourself from a situation that's way too intense at this time. Okay, this is all happening. Look, 12th house, that's Pisces, same as this card, the moon. So we're looking at definitely, you know, on the low, privately, you're moving away from something that makes you feel uncomfortable, something that's really over the top and pushing in. It's like, get that away from me. I'm just going to find a better solution to this. I'm going to find a better direction. So good luck, Capricorn. I think you'll be good. Turnaround time. Okay, so next sign, let's take a look. We have Aquarius. Hi, Aquarians. Your love reading for the rest of the year is now up. And let's take a look at your cards for the love that's coming in for you. Love frequency underneath the Venus, Mars, Moon conjunction. Let's see. This energy lasts until March 2022. Okay. So we have the Chief, which is my Emperor. Okay. And then we have the Four of Swords. Oh, I feel like there's peace between you and your partner. That comes across really clear. Whatever turmoil you've been facing with your partner, I feel as though, like, how do you say, like, I feel like they have been approaching you with verbal aggression or mental aggression, and I think you're exhausted. I think you're simply tired from defending yourself and from having the back and forth with them. But there's rest around that and a quiet time. Like, peace is achieved. And I feel like you lay off of each other, like you completely leave each other alone. That doesn't mean that there's a separation. It's just you give each other breathing room, and that's okay. So resolving things. And then we have the Sun. You're finding happiness together. I'll tell singles what I think next. Hold on. And then the Three of Swords. So each of you has to address heartbreak within the relationship on your own in some way. You have to let your heart mend. You have to let your feelings get better. And then we have the Prince of Swords, which is Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, maybe. So if you're single, I think you're making peace finally with an ex relationship that really had you in a bad direction. So much so that you were not able to be in a relationship with anybody else for a while. And whatever happened, I think for many of you, this person was like your Jupiter, like was your perfect partner, ideal sort of image. But I think that you finally found peace and rest from whatever, you know, when people get close and their interaction with each other forms like these complex paradoxes that when they separate, they have to resolve, like brings up questions that you have to resolve in your mind. And then those questions pester you and you're like, shoot, I have to like resolve this in my head. So whatever kind of leftover residue from your relationship was around, you're reaching it. And I think you're meeting someone new. I think that acceptance is on the way. Acceptance of circumstances as they are. A really beautiful moment of catharsis. And I think that you will meet somebody. This is the Sun. So I think you're going to meet someone, very likely another air sign. You're taking off. You're going in a new direction. Now, in a relationship, I don't think that's the case. I think within a relationship, you will find focus, this Prince of Swords, in a new direction. Something new will sort of get your attention, something you feel very excited about. This is the Sun. So you will be distracted I think that peace between you and partner is achieved, and you have a lot more time to think about maybe even other things that trouble you, you know, outside of the relationship. You will have time to address things within yourself. Okay, so let's see. We have Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have that twice, so Leo is very important for Aquarius. One of your best matches, by the way. And then we have Cancer. And then we have Sag, another great match. I think Sag and Aquarius is my favorite couple dynamic, so good for you. And let's see what area of your life this is happening in. The first house. So you need a lot of space at this time, Aquarius. A lot of things to figure out, which makes sense because the conjunction in Leo is happening in your 7th house. It's opposite to Leo, right? So, and then over the next 6 months as Venus go back, that brings the attention square to your personality. So this is you needing space from your partner, and if you're single, you need new environments to explore, new people to get to know. There's a new side of you that's emerging, and you need people to complement that. So that's what's coming up for you in the next 6 months. Okay, so let's see the next message. We have Sagittarius. Hi, Sag. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's take a look at your cards. Okay, let's see. Sagittarius. We have the 4 of Cups. It should be like this. There you go. 4 of Cups. And then we have the Tower. And then we have the 7 of Wands. Sticking up for yourself. Somebody was not giving someone else as much as they could have, and I think you shut it down. The other person shut it down. Like just said, nope, you know. It was just like a short-changing energy or frequency. And then 3 of Wands. It's a bigger picture situation in which things will come around full circle in this situation. And then we have the 10 of Cups. It's like, you know, people will settle to give you less until you demand more. I think that's what's coming here. You have a big offer coming, Sagittarius. What started off like whoever you said no to, that was a good thing. It could be that person who's coming back with a big offer of love or being fully present. You challenge someone, so they might be turning around and giving you a legitimate offer as opposed to peanuts, like little bits and pieces. On the other hand, you might be saying no to someone completely, moving out of that situation, and then going in your own direction and meeting possibly a water sign or somebody who's emotionally willing to give you what you need and want. So I like that. Okay, so let's see what signs are important to you at this time. So we have Gemini twice. So big highlighting of Geminis. Geminis are very important to you through this time period. Scorpio. Interesting, Scorpios. More and more I get comments about Scorpio and Sagittarius placements. You guys are vibing right now. And then we have Taurus, another stranger match, but that's okay. Let's see what area of life this is all happening in the 12th house. So don't get too caught up in specific things. The 12th house is ambiguous. So just go do your thing. There might be a journey involved, going somewhere else. But I feel like there's definitely you putting your foot down on something and saying like, no. Like imagine like someone getting stood up. You know, going on a date on a Friday, getting stood up. And it's been 2 times in a row that happens. I could see that person just saying, okay, that's enough. I'm not available for more. So when you do that, then that will lead you to better terms in your situation. Whoever you're dealing with is not being fully open at first. And I think that your being firm with them is going to open them up. Okay? All right, so next we have Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hi, Libras. I feel like good things are coming in for Libra for the next 6 months. The main thing is that Pluto square for many of you is much less intense than it was last year. So I just think that is the big win. And Chiron retrograde on the 15th this week. So at the time of filming on the 15th of July, which means that like the pressure, especially around relationships, because Chiron is in your 7th house, Libra, of partnerships. So you might be feeling vulnerable about where you stand with your partners. When it goes retrograde, that energy drastically decreases. And Chiron's retrograde for 5 months out of this 6-month timeline for today's reading. So yeah, it's a big breath of fresh air. Ooh, okay. So we have the 6 of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus. That's nice. And then we have 3 of Cups. Somebody wants to come back and give. I tried to say come back and give in one word. Give. Somebody wants to come back and give something to you. Somebody wants to be a part of your life again, and they have like a generous spirit. They really want to, be that person of that quality. And then we have the 4 of Swords. I have a feeling that somebody really wants an end of conflict with someone else in a relationship. I think that they see that the problems in the past were petty and silly, and they just want peace. They just want simplicity, peace, and without heavy strain. Let's see the next message. We have the 4 of Cups again. They're making an offer. There's an offer. The offer is smaller than what they actually intend. So they're gonna, they might ask someone else out for like, I'm thinking they're asking you out. So let's just be direct. I feel like they're asking for like maybe a coffee or something small. Like, hey, come back by the house, come say hi. But I think that they have deeper intentions, more profound. Look at this. We have the Star. So that's faded. And then we have the 8 of Swords. So this person, or you, or both of you, I think that there's a real harmony between the two of you if you're thinking about a specific person. And I think that you don't know exactly how to overcome some of the things. You're apprehensive. So there's an apprehension that things will not work out. There's a I can't do it, or you feel overwhelmed, or apprehension, not in the sense that you don't want it. Apprehension about your ability, apprehension about the ability of being able to address these issues. So if you're dealing with a relationship that's been separated, I think the feeling is mutual, but I think that both of you feel like, can I actually make it happen? What can I do to make it happen? Now, if you're single, I see you in a very social environment, lots of interactions with people. You're supposed to put yourself out there a lot. And there will be moments where you feel as though maybe you're out of place or something like that. But I think that you're making valuable connections with lots of people, Libra, and you might feel like the odd person out at times, but people are noticing. And the other download that I'm getting for you is that you may have like a brief connection with someone at a party or in passing, and you think that you'll never see this person again. That's the end of the story. But these people accumulate, and at the end of the day, you know a lot of people, and there's a lot of connection there. Okay, so let's see the next sign. Let's see this next, what signs are important for you. Still getting used to this. So we have Leo. I like this. Tell me if you guys like the different signs. We have Aries, very compatible with Libra. A fiery Libra, Grand Trine and Fire and Sag. Okay. So look to your fire signs. And then we have Scorpio. So Scorpios will be important for you, Libra, at this time. Let's see what area. So for Libras of all like single and couples, I feel like you're in a lot of social environments where there's a lot of social interaction with others. And then we have the 12th house. You guys are all being sneaky. Look at this 12th house energy everybody's getting. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, everybody's sneaking around. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so Leo conjunction isn't known exactly as like a sneaky, situation. But I do think that like a lot of things will be done, maybe not on the low, like not in deception of anything, but I think that a lot of people out there will settle into different dynamics, different relationships with other people. And then like your friends are going to see you like in 3 months and you'll be like, I'm getting married. They'll be like, who? Like it'll be out of the blue. And a lot of these relationships, people are really connecting with their heart at this time. And so I feel like I think that comes with vulnerability, and I think that's because of the panorama. I think like people have had this crap scared out of them over the last 2 years, and so many more people are much more authentic. I think it brought people down to earth, but still I think people are still wary of socializing with others, like in terms of love, and like I think a lot of it's going to be done in private. So a lot of couples will happen in this kind of private space of getting to know each other, these secret meetings, but not underhanded in any way, just because it's more vulnerable, because you're actually trying to have a relationship, because you're actually trying to have love in your life. I wish I said this at the beginning, but it's really the kind of gist of it all. I think that many of you are going to be in like finding love in private spaces. Okay, so it's nice. It's very authentic, very Leo energy. Okay, good luck, Libra. Have a nice day. Okay, so next message we have for Aries. Aries, your messages are coming. Okay, let's see what's going on. Love coming in for Aries in the next 6 months or so. It's actually 7 months, but okay. So Princess of Swords, and we have the Zarathustra. That's me being dramatic. It's Virgo. These cards are so funny. I just like the art in them. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. I made these cards in 2014. And then we have the Chief. This is also, but I stand by this. I think it's a good choice. And then we have the Ten of Swords, and I stand by this card. I feel very passionately about this card. And then we have Equanimity. Somebody mentioned that to me in reference to Libra. This is my card for Libra, Equanimity. Okay, so Aries. I feel as though with Aries who are within a relationship, there could be a very big divide between you and your partner. A Ten of Swords type situation. You can't look at each other the same anymore. I feel like that's going to come to peace. Now with Libra, this could be for some of you like divorce with a lawyer, and for some of you this can mean just peace between the two of you, finding common ground, and you kind of know where it's going. So whatever your intuition is telling you about this situation and the direction it's going, that's where it's going. I have a feeling that there's a connection here, Aries, between someone who's very like someone who's like a loner a bit, who does their own thing, that kind of lives to the side on their own, and someone who's an air sign, possibly Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Or this could be you, but this feels like an innocent energy, this Princess of Swords. I love this painting. It's the Waterhouse painting. But anyway, so I feel like there's two people who are connected. There's a person here who's very youthful, very spirited, but sort of youthful frequency, regardless of age. And then there's a second person here who's very like heavy thinker, a lot on their own, philosopher type. And I feel like there's a romance here between them. There's a special connection. It's like their purity attracts them to each other, and they understand each other very well. And I think that that's an important connection they'll be in your life in the next 6 months. You're one of them, one of these people. And I think that in some way, how do you say this? I think in some way it helps to resolve some issues around marriage for you. I think that it's so interesting. I think it feels like two people are sort of brought together from different sides of the spectrum, maybe like age difference, or there's some type of dramatic difference between them. And you would not see this couple together on a regular basis. But I think that one or both of you have been really struggling with the idea of marriage as an institution, or as being, and there's no, like, you have been stuck with it, like you don't really know how to even think about it, how to think about the commitment. And I think that this connection will help you find an answer to the idea of marriage, to the idea of partnership. And these people, it's like they'll just be together. They'll just really understand each other on a mental level, Aries. And it'll be easy. It'll be not a complicated situation at all. Very, very nice connection between two people. This person needs like a little bit of, how do you say, release in their life, a little bit of a, like, they're very serious, heavy, might be a Virgo, but not necessarily so. And this person is youthful and misunderstood, okay? And I think that they're just like the perfect, it's kind of like, and don't take this the wrong way, but it kind of reminds me of Mice and Men. So if you don't know the book, look it up online, but it's like this juxtaposition between friends, you know, the odd couple sort of thing. So let's take a look at what signs are important for you. Don't be offended, but they're two different people, okay? And they're coming together, and it works because mentally they're on the same page. Okay, so next, let's see the signs that this is important for. We have Aquarius. And then we have Gemini. And then we have Sagittarius and Virgo. So Virgo came up twice in this message. So Virgos might be important for you. Where's Virgo? There we go. And then let's see what area of life this might be taking. This is happening in your 6th house. So like you can literally meet somebody at the coffee shop, you know, somewhere where you are on a daily basis. You might meet someone there, and you know, it's an unexpected meeting of two people that usually where your paths don't cross, you know. And if you're in a relationship, your relationship's going to get better, and a friendship between you and someone else of a similar nature will inform that, will give you a different way of looking at it. Okay, cool. Aries, I like this reading for you. I think it's my favorite. Let's see who's next. What sign's next? We have Virgos. Hi, Virgos. I thought it was you, maybe. I was like, when's Virgo coming up? Your readings are going to be towards the end of the week because this week's transits are not as intense for you. So, but still, they're going to be relevant. So if you, in the meantime, you might want to check out the Leo reading today and Gemini reading on the 15th, which is the North Node in Gemini. Okay, Virgos, love. Nervous. Okay, so we have Prince of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries. Then we have Princess of Discs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I love this, but you have to see up close. So she's holding a branch, an olive branch, an olive leaf. And then we have the King of Wands, Virgo. Lots of people around you. Wow, lots of people. A choice between two people, Virgo. Look at this. 2 fire signs on each side. Okay, then we have the 5 of Pentacles. There's someone who's very loyal towards you, that loves you a lot, watching out for you at this time, Virgo. And then we have the 3 of Wands. You're beginning a big journey. Excuse me. And the Prince of Cups. You're going to be surprised by who it is. So Virgos always get this, and I've done this talk so many times, but Virgos have this thing. I'm a Virgo, if you don't know. Hi, I'm Veroosh. I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo Leo. Meow, meow. That's why I'm crazy. But anyway, so, okay. So Virgos have this thing that when they meet someone in their life that's kind of like important for them to know, it always comes in pairs. Like there's always a couple love interests, and the Virgo struggles between deliberating which one is the right one. So that's why I'm laughing, because you're in the classic Virgo setup where, you know, there's someone who loves you a lot, watches out for you, will like a brother, you know, ride and die, watching over you, protective energy, very loyal. But somehow there's some type of, like you would be with this person, but somehow there's some type of disconnect, like it's for some reason you're not meant to be together. Then there's like a major love interest, maybe a fire sign, Sag, Leo, or Aries. But again, there's and I think you're probably leaning towards this person. But look at this. You're on a journey. 3 of Wands. Let me not ruin the surprise. So we have 3 of Wands, and look what happens. Surprise! Knight of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be a water sign, but somebody is gonna... You're busy paying attention to the fire signs, but there's someone else that's going to show up in your life and change things. So, and make you an offer. So good luck, Virgo, deciding which one is the right one. Okay, so let's see your dice. Which signs? Oh, Pisces came in strong. 2 Pisces. Okay. And then we have an Aries. I could see Aries being very protective over Virgo. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Sun, Moon, and Rising. And then Scorpio. Good old Scorpio. Scorpios and Virgos. Okay, so let's see what area of your life this happens in. This is in the 7th house of partnership, Virgo. This is the only time I rolled the 7 today. So this is big stuff. Take it easy, one step at a time. And if you're in a relationship, I feel like, Virgo, if you're in a relationship, holy, you're busy. There's a lot of people vying for your attention. And I think there's a lot of people who are really resonating with your frequency. Jupiter is in our 7th house until July 28th, and then we'll move into our 6th house. But there is a big transit of Jupiter in Virgo's 7th house next year. So, you know, people are around, whether they're romantic or not. That doesn't mean that you're going to break up with your partner, but I think that people are really bonding to you at this time, and they will continue to do so until 2022. So lots of partnership energy all around. Okay, so Virgo, good luck. Congratulations. Hey girl, hey. Okay, so let's see the next message. We have Scorpio. I totally forgot. Hi, Scorpio. How are you? So your video, is it posted yet, or is it going up? I think your video is still being processed. So I'll do, your video is done and just waiting to be processed, but your next 6 months in love is in the description. Let's see. We have the 5 of Pentacles. And then we have the 3 of Wands. A long journey with someone. You know, it's been a long journey with someone. There's been a lot of like sitting by each other. I love this painting. So sitting by each other, you know, having each other's back. One depends on the other, and you depend on each other. And so there's a long journey that you've been on and that you continue on at this time. The next message is the Star. It's a destined thing. Sometimes you may wonder, why are we together? Like, why is this continue? Why does this carry on like this? But there's going to be some lucidity with regard to that. There's going to be some information why things are the way they are. I'll tell singles what's going on in a minute, but that was the first message. Then we have the 2 of Pentacles here. So it's been definitely up and down in your relationship, but there's this loyalty, this bond. It's like, we're going to get through it all together. You know, what does the vows say? Through love and sin, through health and illness. I don't know. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Through it all, Scorpio, through it all. And And then we have the Three of Pentacles. There's going to be a step forward with regard to work for one of the people involved in this relationship. And so I feel like a lot, like maybe a long education that took a long time, you know, and so you have to kind of bear it together. And finally, there's going to be some kind of stabilizing point with regard to money and with regard to career. I also feel like somebody might be moving, and there may be a decision to move for work to kind of get towards a goal, and that's a very fated direction, and then everything will become more finalized, more specific, right? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like both of you, it feels like Waiting for Godot, which is a play in which like they're sort of perpetually waiting for an answer. And so I feel like you might be sort of waiting there for a while, and then in this time period, one or both of you will find the thing you've been waiting for will start to move in your life in general, and then the relationship will move with that as well. If you're single, Scorpio, I think that there's a move ahead of you, and I think that's going to overshadow love at this time. So I feel like you're meant to go somewhere else. And at the end of this transition period, there will be love there. But for the time being, I feel like you're financially going somewhere, and it's something you've put a lot of effort towards, like in your life. So it's like getting a job in a certain company, and you've been waiting for an opportunity for a while, and now the opportunity's coming in for you. So you need to change your environment before you get all that, you know, love energy. So it might be moving towards someone as well. If you have someone in your life, it could be you moving towards something that's already established. But the frequency here is like there's a fated event for singles, especially. There's a fated change in your life that must happen. It's not a focus on your love life, it's a focus on your life. Like you need to get situated somewhere. Okay, so here are your messages for your sign. We have Sagittarius. We have Scorpio. Scorpio. We have Libra twice. Libra is very important for Scorpios at this time. Remember, this is Sun, Moon, and Rising. And notice that these are signs all around you, Scorpio. Scorpio, Sag, and Libra. What area of your life is this in? Let's see. Third house. So it's something nearby, but something needs to change. I thought that it was like a move far away, but it could be to an adjacent city. There's a lot of, I feel like if you're working, it could be like a couple jobs, like something, money is keeping you away from being fully available, from, you know, participating in love. Like you just literally don't have time. Completing school, doing things that are important to you, going in different directions. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. And now let's move on to the next sign. Sorry, I got distracted because I heard some noise behind me. And then we have Taurus. Hi, Tauruses, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you for joining me today. Let's take a look at your frequency. Last but not least, and I don't know if you watched the intro, but your video is probably going to go last. Not because I don't love you, but because you're one of the signs that's less affected by the current transits. You're still affected by them. I would still watch Leo. I would still watch Gemini, but or maybe watch for your Sun, Moon, or Rising, the other aspects, but I can't change anything about that, Taurus. So thank you for your patience. I kind of count on the fact that you're a patient sign anyway. I was like, they'll let me get away with it. Okay, so here is your message. 5 of Swords. And the 2 of Cups. You're the only sign that got this. Venus in Cancer. There's a fighting between people, but they really love each other. There's like a bickering. And you can't see, like, it's frustrated energy. Like, you know, I really like you, but grr. And there's this like coming and going. Love, I don't care, you know. Apathy. I love you. There's like a pull between two people. For some reason, like you'd walk away, but something keeps on pulling you back in. Then we have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Secondary transit's very watery as well. Doesn't have to be a water. There's constant back and forth in a relationship. And this is for couples and for singles. This is very, very back and forth. Let's pick the last card. Okay, Nine of Swords. Okay. One person has a hang up. Look at this. This is the perfect Nine of Swords. He's so grumpy, and all these ladies are trying to get him to come out of his, I don't know if that's his ceramic dwelling place. But yeah, it really feels like somebody like pulls back in, you know, pulls away. Somebody pulls away, pulls back in, is present and then not there. And I think more importantly, I think it's two people back and forth. Like, you love each other, but you get frustrated. That's because there's some underlying frustration that's motivating this. One or both of you have it. It could be that you don't expect yourself with a person like this, or they don't expect themselves with a person like you. There's some hang up that, or like mental hang up. They could have, maybe they're so stuck on being a bachelor, you know? Maybe they're stuck on being a bachelor and they don't want to settle down. But there's this really like, it feels like the feminine in this relationship keeps opening up her heart and telling the story, and it just warms the situation up. And there's constant, like, you can't stay away from each other, but also at the same time, it feels like there's constant energetic pushing and shoving. And I'm not saying physical. I'm saying you push each other back and forth a lot. So at first you're confused why it's happening. Why is this person annoying me? Why are they still in my life? They're annoying, but I love them. Mixed bag sort of feelings. And I think that then you're going to be finally confronting the Nine of Swords about it, which is, this is the hang up. This is the mental trap that you're in. And I hope that when you address that mental trap, this Two of Cups will prevail, right? It's a full circle reading for the following 6 months. And when the conjunction happens in Aquarius in April 2022, hopefully you'll find a resolution to this energy. Okay, what signs are we talking about for Taurus? Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see. We have Sagittarius. We have Aries. Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Then we have Pisces. These are important signs for you. And then we have Aquarius. Very interesting. It's funny that I mentioned Aquarius. For some reason, I felt like that second conjunction, the third conjunction between Venus and Mars, will be in April 2022 in Aquarius. For some reason, I think that that's going to be an important date for you guys. But yeah, none of these except Pisces. Pisces is naturally compatible with Taurus. All three of these other signs are not necessarily the best compatibility. Not bad. There's, you know, it's never like black and white. It could be secondary transits, but it's not, you know, Pisces is the natural harmony here. Okay, what area of your life is this in? 11th house, social, friends. So you have a push and pull with a friend or a social acquaintance. It could be a friend of a friend. I see a lot of flirting. This Five of Swords can be a lot of flirting, a lot of back and forth. And then like suddenly you find yourself having feelings. Ooh, Taurus is catching feelings. Anyway, you guys, thank you for joining me. I've been showing this heart, but I think because today we're doing love, it's the perfect time for it. So this is a little moonstone, but the special thing about this moonstone is that it has an aquamarine right in the corner. Do you see? Oh, this is good. The little blue part here, you can see. Yeah. It's very cool. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.